Hello and welcome to Time Capsule, Stories that Shaped the Era. I'm your host, Alex Monroe, and in today's episode, we'll be delving into a pivotal moment in history, the Iran hostage crisis of 1979. A tumultuous period that gripped the world for 444 days, the Iran hostage crisis had far-reaching implications that continue to reverberate today. Join me as we explore the tension, the diplomacy, and the human stories that unfolded during this seminal event. So sit back, relax, and let's journey back to 1979 as we uncover the gripping tale of the Iran hostage crisis. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution sent shockwaves throughout the world. The overthrow of the US-backed Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi by the Islamic fundamentalist leader Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini had significant implications not only for Iran, but also for global politics. The revolution was fueled by widespread discontent with the Shah's authoritarian regime, which was criticized for its human rights abuses and close ties to Western powers. During the revolution, Khomeini promised to establish an Islamic republic based on the principles of social justice and independence from foreign influence. His message resonated with many Iranians who sought radical change and a break from the perceived Western dominance of their country. The revolutionaries sought to create a more religious and socially just society, one that aligned with their Islamic beliefs. As the new government took shape, tensions between Iran and the United States escalated, ultimately leading to the seizure of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and the subsequent Iran hostage crisis. This pivotal event not only had profound consequences for the hostages and their families, but also fundamentally altered the dynamics of international relations. The Iranian Revolution set the stage for a new era of geopolitical complexities and reshaped the balance of power in the Middle East. Its impact continues to influence global events to this day and serves as a reminder of the enduring consequences of revolutionary change. Stay tuned as we delve further into the key moments and impacts of the Iran hostage crisis on the next segment of our podcast. As the tension continued to build within the walls of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, it was clear that November 4, 1979, would be a day like no other. The looming sense of unease and uncertainty permeated the air as the events of that fateful day unfolded. For the embassy staff, each moment seemed to be fraught with a palpable sense of impending danger. The rapidly deteriorating situation made it abundantly clear that their world was about to be turned upside down. They grappled with the shock and disbelief of being thrust into the middle of a geopolitical maelstrom, all while trying to maintain a sense of composure in the face of the chaotic events unfolding around them. As the day progressed, the once familiar corridors and offices of the embassy became a labyrinth of heightened emotions and frantic preparations. From hastily assembled contingency plans to the dismantling of sensitive equipment and documents, every action served as a stark reminder that their lives were on the precipice of a monumental shift. Despite the looming sense of dread, the embassy staff rallied together, finding strength in unity and resolve. Their unwavering dedication to duty and commitment to one another became the bedrock upon which they stood in the face of unprecedented adversity. Within the unassuming walls of the embassy, an extraordinary story of resilience and unwavering courage was taking shape, a story that would come to define an era and inspire countless acts of bravery in the face of overwhelming odds. Now, let's take a closer look at the international response to the Iran hostage crisis. With American diplomats held captive in the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, countries around the world were closely watching the situation unfold. Many nations expressed support for the United States and condemned Iran's actions, while others sought diplomatic solutions to resolve the crisis. The global stakes were high, as world leaders grappled with the implications of the hostage crisis. The tension and uncertainty surrounding the situation had far-reaching effects on international relations and geopolitics. It became a major point of contention in global diplomacy and sparked debates about the appropriate course of action. As the crisis continued to unfold, the international community became increasingly invested in finding a resolution. The Iran hostage crisis was a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of the world and the impact of political events on a global scale. Stay tuned as we delve further into the complexities of the Iran hostage crisis and its lasting impact. Now, as tensions reached a boiling point during the Iran hostage crisis, diplomatic efforts were in full swing to find a peaceful resolution. Various countries were involved in negotiating with Iran to secure the release of the hostages. Back in the United States, President Jimmy Carter faced immense pressure to bring the hostages home safely. Amidst the diplomatic efforts, a daring rescue mission known as Operation Eagle Claw was planned by the U.S. military. This complex operation aimed to rescue the hostages held in Tehran. Unfortunately, the mission faced numerous setbacks and ultimately ended in a tragic failure. Meanwhile, the hostages endured 444 days of captivity, with their plight capturing the attention of the entire world. The diplomatic and rescue efforts during this period were fraught with challenges, yet they underscored the determination to bring the hostages back home. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the events that ultimately led to the resolution of the Iran hostage crisis. The Iran hostage crisis had a profound impact on U.S. Middle East relations. The 444-day ordeal strained diplomatic ties and intensified animosity between the two regions. It led to economic sanctions and severed diplomatic relations, creating a lasting atmosphere of mistrust and hostility. The crisis also shaped U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East for decades to come, influencing military interventions, regional alliances, and counter-terrorism efforts. The impact of those 444 days reverberates through history, reminding us of the enduring complexities and challenges of fostering stability and cooperation in the region. Now let's turn our attention to the political turmoil that gripped the United States during the Iran hostage crisis. The situation in Iran had a profound impact on American politics, with President Jimmy Carter facing intense pressure to resolve the crisis. His attempts to negotiate the release of the hostages were met with frustration, and the failed rescue mission in April 1980 only added to the tension. The protracted nature of the crisis brought about a sense of national unease, fueling debates and discussions on how the U.S. should respond. The hostages' eventual release on January 20, 1981, coinciding with the inauguration of President Ronald Reagan, marked the end of a dark chapter in American history. Join us next time as we delve into the global repercussions of the Iran hostage crisis. As the days turned into weeks and then months, the hostages in Iran found themselves in an unimaginable situation. One hostage, Barry Rosen, described the mental and emotional toll of their captivity. "We lived and breathed with tension and violence and psychological trauma." Another hostage, John Limbert, reflected on the uncertainty and fear they faced every day, saying, "Every time the door opened, you never knew whether it was going to be a guard coming in to take you out or to beat you up or what." The hostages' personal accounts shed light on the harrowing experiences they endured for 444 days. As they grappled with isolation, uncertainty, and fear, their resilience and courage were truly inspiring. This period in history serves as a powerful reminder of the human capacity to endure, hope, and eventually overcome adversity. Stay tuned as we continue to explore different perspectives and insights surrounding the Iran hostage crisis of 1979. After 444 long days of tension, uncertainty, and fear, there was finally a glimmer of hope for the 52 American hostages held captive in Iran. As the world held its breath, negotiations between the United States and Iran slowly but surely progressed towards a resolution. Finally, on January 20th, 1981, the hostages were released and on their way home. The nation rejoiced as they witnessed the emotional homecoming of the brave men and women who had endured unimaginable hardship during their captivity. It was a moment of immense relief and celebration, not just for the hostages and their families, but for the entire United States. The end of the Iran hostage crisis marked a moment of triumph over adversity, a testament to the resilience and determination of the human spirit. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and perseverance can ultimately lead to a resolution that brings people back together. As we reflect on the end of the 444 days and the homecoming of the hostages, we are reminded of the power of unity, diplomacy, and the unwavering spirit of those who never gave up the fight for freedom. This moment in history serves as a poignant reminder of the strength that emerges when people come together in the face of adversity. Now, let's delve into the aftermath of the Iran hostage crisis and explore its long-term consequences. The 444 days of tension and uncertainty had a profound impact on global geopolitics and U.S.-Iran relations. First and foremost, the crisis led to a significant deterioration in diplomatic relations between the United States and Iran. The hostage crisis soured the already strained relationship between the two countries, leading to economic sanctions and decades of mutual distrust. Additionally, the crisis had a lasting impact on U.S. foreign policy and military operations in the region. It influenced the U.S. decision to support Iraq in the Iran-Iraq War and shaped American perceptions of Iran as a hostile regime. The consequences of the Iran hostage crisis also reverberated in domestic American politics. The failed rescue mission, known as Operation Eagle Claw, highlighted the limitations of U.S. military capabilities and led to a renewed focus on improving special operations and counterterrorism efforts. Moreover, the crisis had a lasting impact on the American psyche, shaping public perceptions of Iran and influencing popular culture for years to come. Overall, the Iran hostage crisis left a complex and enduring legacy that continues to shape international relations and foreign policy decisions to this day. As we close out this episode, it's important to consider the valuable lessons we can learn from the Iran hostage crisis of 1979. This historic event reminds us of the complex and delicate nature of international relations, the impact of cultural differences, and the far-reaching consequences of political decisions. It's crucial to recognize the importance of diplomacy and communication in resolving conflicts, as well as the need for empathy and understanding in dealing with individuals from different backgrounds. Looking back at the Iran hostage crisis, we are reminded of the significance of global cooperation and the role that history plays in shaping the present and the future. Thank you for tuning in to this episode, and we hope that you gained valuable insights from our exploration of this pivotal period in history. Remember to stay informed and engaged with the world around you, and join us next time for another insightful episode. Goodbye for now.